This is lesson 4 of chapter 6, and the title of this lesson is Solve Two-Step Equations. Again, we go back to our essential question, which is what does it mean to say that two quantities are equal? And in this particular lesson, the two quantities that are equal, we are going to try to find out the solution by using two-step equations. Okay, using two steps to solve an equation. So the objectives that we will be learning in this lesson. First objective, I will learn the steps to solve two-step equations. The second one, I will learn, I forgot that word. I will learn, okay, to write two-step equations. Okay, so those are the objectives for this lesson. Vocabulary is obviously what two-steps equations are. Okay, and let's take a look at the real world example for this. Okay, a company charges $2 for each balloon in an arrangement and a $3 delivery fee. You have to spend $9. Sorry, you have $9 to spend. The equation 2x plus 3 equals 9. Uh, the equation 2x plus 3 equals 9, where x is the number of balloons, represents the situation. Work backwards to solve for x. Okay, so we have 2x plus 3 plus 9 represents the word problem, which says that the company charges for $2 for each balloon. There's your 2 in an arrangement and $3 delivery fee. Okay, so that's our delivery fee. Okay, that's a $2 per balloon. And in this particular problem, we know that x is the number of balloons. So we now have 2x plus 3. And it says we have $9 to spend, so that equals 9. Okay, so let's work backward to see how this works. So start with the amount of money that you have to spend. And we know that we need to spend $9. So we put 9 over there. Okay, and subtract the delivery fee. Since we added the delivery fee, we are now going to work backwards and we are going to subtract the delivery fee, which is $3. So we minus 3, which gives us 6. Okay, since each balloon is $2, divide by 2. So remember, this one means 2 times x. Okay, so the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So we actually divide by 2 here. So when we divide by 2, 6 divided by 3, 6 divided by 2, I'm sorry, will give you 3. So you can purchase actually 3 balloons. Okay, now after finding a solution, the way to check it is simply get our value of 3 and substitute it back to our original equation, which is 2x plus 3. So that x right there will represent 3 since our solution is 3. So we simply plug in 3 here. So 2 times 3 plus 3 is it equal to 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 equal to 9. Then we know that it is. Check our solution. Okay. So how many balloons could you have purchased if there is a $1 delivery fee? So if there's a $1 delivery fee, you could have purchased 4 balloons. Okay? Because why instead of $3 for your delivery fee now, you only have $1. So if you work it backwards, you end up with 4 balloons. Again, we start with $9 here. Subtract the delivery fee of $1. So minus 1, that's 8. Divide by 2, and that's how you got your 4 balloons right there. Okay, so when you talk about two-step equations, it's just a matter of working backwards. Okay, and this is what we're doing right now. So solve two-step equations. Okay, and when we solve two-step equations, recall that we talk about the order of operations. Okay, ensures that numerical expressions such as 2 times 5 plus 3 have only one value. So if you are going to solve 2 times 5 times 3, okay, you need to multiply 2 times 5 before you add to 3. Okay, remember our order of operations, which states, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, okay, where P represents parentheses, E is exponent, MD represents multiplication or division, AS represents addition or subtraction. So you need to do multiplication or division before you do addition or subtraction. That's what the order of operations is all about. Okay, and you can only do it this way, there's no other way. So to reverse the operations, undo them in reverse order. So start first with our problem, 2 times 5 plus 3. That's what we have here, 2 times 5 plus 3. And we know that 2 times 5 plus 3 will give us, okay, 13. Okay, so if we reverse it, and then that gives us 13 right there. So for us to go back to the original uh, number, which is 2, okay, instead of adding, okay, here it says add 3 here, we are going to reverse that first, because according to our order of operations now, if we are solving equations, okay, and we do, let's say, if our order of operations state, okay, multiplication and addition before we do multiplication and division before we do addition or subtraction. So for us to solve equations, we need to do the opposite. We need to do subtraction or addition first before we do division and multiplication. So that's how we undo by uh, our equations, our two-step equations. So we undo positive 3, okay, by subtracting 3. So we minus 3. We have undone 3 here. So after subtracting 3, since we are multiplying by 5, instead of multiplying by 5 now, we divide by 5. And if you notice, you go back to the original number, which is 2. Again, we've reversed the operations, okay? And we reverse the order of operations for us to be able to solve, or for us to be able to work backward in this particular problem. So basically what it's saying is that a two-step equation, such as 2x plus 3 equals 9, okay, has two different operations, multiplication and division. To solve a two-step equation, undo the operations in reverse order of the order of operations. And that's what I just told you. Simply meaning that we need to undo subtraction or addition first before we undo division or multiplication. Okay, so step number 1 here is basically that, undo addition or subtraction first, and then step number 2 would be undo multiplication or division. Remember that addition and subtraction have the same priority, and multiplication and division also have the same priority. Okay? It's just what comes up first. So let's see how that works in example number 1. We want to solve 2x plus 3 equals 9. We want to check our solution as well. Okay, so first copy down the problem, 2x plus 3 equals 9. Again, according to our rule, we need to undo addition or subtraction first. So that means we need to undo positive 3. For us to undo positive 3, we subtract 3 to both sides. So when you subtract 3 to both sides, this becomes 0, this becomes 6, because 9 minus 3 is 6. And there you go. We simply bring down the 2x, and that's your 6. Now this becomes a one-step equation. And from from lesson 2, using the division property of equality, we simply divide both sides by 2. Okay. And the 2 cancels out here. 2 cancels out. and you are left with x equals 3. There you go. Okay, so the solution in this case is 3. Okay, so the solution here is 3. Oops, right there. Oops, one more. This is how we check it. Okay, so if we want to check our solution, we simply get 3, substitute it back to the original equation, 2x plus 3. X becomes 3. So 2 times 3 plus 3, is it equal to 9? And we know that it is, so the solution is 3. Okay, that is example number 1. Let's take a look at example number 2. We want to solve 3x plus 2 equals 23. Okay, so first things first, copy the problem down. 2x plus 2 equals 23. Or 3x plus 2 equals 23. Again, we need to undo addition or subtraction. So we need to undo positive 2 by subtracting 2 to both sides of the equation. Again, this is using the subtraction property of equality. Whatever you subtract to one side, you do to the other side. Okay, this becomes 0. Bring down the 3x. 23 minus 2 equals 21. And that's what you have. 3x equals 21. Again, using the division property of equality, divide both sides by 3. Okay, and then when you divide both sides by 3, you end up with x equals 7. 3 cancels out. 21 over 3 is 7. Okay, so we want to check our solution. We simply substitute 7 to x right here, which is the original equation. So substituting 7 to x will now make this 3 times 7 plus 2 is it equal to 23. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 2 will give you 23. So yes, it is equal to 23. And the solution is 7. Take a look at example number 3. Solve negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. Again, first things first, copy the problem down. Negative 2y minus 7 equals 3. First, we want to undo subtraction. We want to undo subtraction by adding 7. Remember, this is a negative 7, so we want to undo negative 7 or subtracting 7 by adding 7 to both sides. Using the addition property of equality, we can do that. So we add 7 to both sides of the equation. This becomes 0. We know that 3 plus 7 is 10. And we simply bring down negative 2y. So there you have it. Negative 2y is there. The equal sign, just bring it down. 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. Again, using the division property of equality, for us to undo negative 2, we simply divide both sides by negative 2. So we divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so the negative 2 cancels out. We know that 10 over negative 2, or a positive over a negative, is a negative, So y is equal to negative 5. Okay, so the solution is negative 5. So I'll leave it up to you to check the solution, to check the solution for this example. Okay, example number 4, we have rational coefficients this time. Okay, we want to solve 4 plus 1/5 r equals 1. And again, we want to check our solution. Okay, first things first, in example number 4, we copy the problem down. So we copy exactly what you have here, 4 plus 1/5 r equals negative 1. So here it says we need to undo addition first. So therefore, we need to undo positive 4. So for us to undo positive 4, we have to subtract 4 to both sides using the subtraction property of equality. We do that. Subtract 4, 4 becomes 0. Negative 1 minus 4, remember that. Negative 1 minus 4 is the same as negative 1 plus negative 4. Okay, which is negative 5, and we simply bring down 1/5 r here. Okay, so 1/5 r equals negative 5. Now, from our last lesson, which is lesson 3, regarding rational coefficients, we know for us to be able to undo 1/5 is to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/5. And we know that the reciprocal of 1/5 is 5. So we need to multiply both sides by 5. So we multiply both sides by 5, which is the reciprocal of 1/5. Okay, the 1/5 goes away because this is equal to 1. We bring down the r. We know that a positive 5 times a negative 5 equals negative 25. So the solution is r equals negative 25. Okay, so there's a good number of two-step equations that you need to do on the Got It. Do Got It problems A to F, and let's see if you understand examples 1 through 4. Okay, finally, example number 5. Okay, Toya had her birthday party at the movies. It costs $27 for pizza and $8.50 per friend for the movie tickets. How many friends did Toya have at her party if she spends $78? Now, again, we notice that what it's asking for is the number of friends Toya have at the party. Okay? If she spends $78. So in words, this is what it's actually asking us to do. Okay, so in words, you have the cost of the pizza, okay, right here. Oops, sorry. The cost of the pizza plus the cost of one friend times the number of friends equals 78. That's what we want to find out, okay? Again, the cost of the pizza is 27 bucks, okay? And for movie tickets, a movie ticket costs $8 per friend, okay? So again, we don't know the number of we want to find out the number of friends Toya will have for her party. So that will be our let statement. And that will be our variable for this particular word problem. Okay. So here we let n represent the number of friends Toya will have at that party. And this is the equation. Okay. So the cost of the pizza is 27 bucks. So we put it down here. Plus the plus sign, cost of one friend. Okay. Which is $8.50 times times n will equal $78. So the cost of one friend is $8.50. It says here $8.50 per friend times, okay, uh, the number of friends, which is equal to n, will equal $78. And that's exactly what we have. 27, the cost of the pizza, cost of one friend, times is a multiplication times number of friends is n, equals $78. Okay? Okay, so let's solve this. First, copy down our equation. 27 plus 850n equals 78. So 8.5n equals 78. Again, we undo 27 first by subtracting 27 to both sides using the subtraction property of equality. So we subtract 27, that disappears. 78 minus 27, okay, is equal to 51. And we simply bring down 8.5n down here. So this becomes 8.5n equals 51. Again, using the division property of equality, we simply divide both sides by $8.50. Okay, the $8.50 go away because 8.5 times 8.5 equals 1. So left with n. Okay, and if you divide 51 by $8.50, you end up with 6. So N equals 6. That means Toya can have 6 friends at her party. Okay? Do the last got it, or not even a got it. Do the last word problem. Let's see if you understand. Example number 5. And that's the end of our lesson. Thanks for watching.